Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most... It's Vieri! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Liverpool finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Robertson gets into a good position, and he's a great chance, and it's come back out to him, and the keeper couldn't hold it, and he hits the net. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Liverpool grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He's found a way through. Tries to get it clear. That's really well manoeuvred. Bellingham. He's got away. Bellingham powering forward here. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Great defending, strong and determined. Vieira. Oh, easy pickings there. Vieira gets a foot in here. And here's Cruyff. Cruyff was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Dembele is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And this is Vieri. Now it's Gullit. He's in a good position. It shapes to shoot! He has done it! And they're back in front!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Thuram gets over and intercepts. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Dembele. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Driving forward. Now it's Bellingham. And that could set him on his way. Cruyff will... Cruyff! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Yaya Toure, and there's green grass ahead of him. Brilliantly cut out. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. No, not quite on the same wavelength. It's a pretty loose pass. Goes for a shot! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Dembele demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
And it's Yaya Toure. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. He rises! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
And here's Drogba. Chance for a shot! It's in! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Cruyff. Oh, facing up to his adversary. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So, this to restore parity. And he scores! Back in business! Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, credit to the keeper. He read it, but succumbed to the placement.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And it's Robertson. Knocks it into space. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Vieri. And he was quick to react. Now it's Vieri.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Makaleli has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get it through? Check claims comfortably. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. And neither side holding back here.
Now,
it has been quite a half, this.
the screen for a special presentation featuring our guest performers today.
And that's the second half started. Can he get on the end of this? And we're not going to make any further progress now. And this is Drogba. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Van Dijk makes the interception. Dembele has it in a wide position. Makaleli. And it's Cruyff. And it's Robertson. Looking to play him in. And that has been slung wide. Rui Costa. Rui Costa goes steaming forward. Nesta. That's Vieira. Hullet. That is a great pick out. There, shot a goal! It's there!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Hullet. Bellingham showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Yaya Toure is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Rijkaard. Cannavaro. Rui Costa is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Drogba. Alexander-Arnold. Plays a sharp little ball here. Bellingham. Picked out brilliantly. Shoots! It's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Big chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Cruyff. And this is Hullet. Decent chance! Mbappe. Yaya Toure. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's been won straight back. And here's Hullet. Some front-footed pressing going on here.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Bellingham. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Substitution on the field.
And we have our very first corner.
Mbappe. Number 15, Dembele. Coming on the field, number 14, Rashford. Number 6, Yamal.
Can he finish?
Substitution in progress.
He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. That is decidedly lacking.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Pinches it off him. Now he's off and running. Now it's Messi. And he welcomes it in. Real chance! He's got a goal! And they've got their lead back. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles.
Can he finish? Messi! From another planet! A finish right from the top draw! And this is getting better and better. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from...
There's the header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bellingham is offering a wry smile there.
And he's there to clear it. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Nedved looking for options, for movement. No, that's been intercepted. Cannavaro.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
4 added minutes on the board. And that will be it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go.
You know, Peter, there's a player down there who I've always admired, Carlos Puyol. This game is not all about technique and skill. You need big hearts too, and they don't come any bigger than Puyol's.
Yeah, that is one leader of men. And he's managed to get free. Keeper has taken decisive action. And here's Dembele. Oh, it's come loose. And this is Dembele. De Bruyne. He's on it. Can he get away? Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's found a way through. Here comes the cross. He gets big. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Can he get on the end of this? He has found a way through. Delivered in. Another chance from a corner. Liverpool with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Egypt have the chance to go the other way. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Elise. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. Neither side yet able to find the net. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And here's Drogba. Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
De Bruyne. Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for options for movement. Played in by Robertson.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Chance! They've scored! There is the breakthrough! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Liverpool have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Good ball, good take. Bellingham. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He's in a great position here. Now it's Drogba. De Jong. Pass somewhat off target. Ball's played through. No, that pass isn't the best. Odo. De Jong. Passing is crisp and sharp. Distributed tidily. And this is Messi. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Yaya Toure. Now it's Mbappe. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Drogba! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Lovely pass, but can he get... And the finish! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution for Egypt.
It's their second corner of the game.
Number 3.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Number 17. Hazard.
Good running,
Number
strong
9,
and purposeful.
Mbappe.
And here's Mbappe. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Bellingham. Can he finish? That's a good ball out wide. That is ended up in no man's land. That is a brilliant interception. Nicely weighted ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Has been indicated.
Casillas gets good distance on it. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And they're back on the ball again. Shot could be on. Yaya Toure delivers. That has been slung wide. And he was quick to react. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
For the benefit of anybody who has found
So your views on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Liverpool leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. That gets things going for the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, that's a key interception. Looking to play him in. And he's running. He's gone for goal! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. It's a good-looking shoots! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And it's Hazard. Dembele. Now it's Bellingham. No, not quite on the same wavelength. De Bruyne tries to thread one through. That is a great pick out. Drogba might just make this.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Always. It's Drogba! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, what has happened here? That's a throw. Flings in across. Yaya Toure! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Mbappe, he's takes a shot! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, it's Dembele. Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? It's gone out for a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. He's a sharp little ball here. Right card. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Substitution for Egypt. Number 18.
Egypt have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination and his job's going to be to...
This time, surely! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And he's there to belt it away. Can he get it through? Foot in.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now this could be a chance, deftly out wide. And that was nowhere near his best. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold tries to play it through. And it's Bellingham looking for the run. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Played out towards the right wing. Bellingham. Well, that looks a decent ball. Great vision. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away. Real chance! Goal! Egypt! And the comeback is complete! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Substitution for Egypt. Number 10, Messi.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Oh, it's Dembele. Threads one in. Dembele! And he's being shifted off it. Tries to get it clear. So, third corner of the game. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Picked out brilliantly. And here's Dembele. Bellingham.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Stood up well to him there. He shifted it to the flank.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Goes for a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Mbappe really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
And it's been taken short. And it's Robertson. And this is Hazard. And a chance! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Passes short and sharp. It's a promising position. Crosses it in. It's a mighty effort!
Added minute has been indicated.
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. Triol knocks it into space. Bellingham, he's tried one! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful...
And that is as far as it goes. Liverpool can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. This place, these people, and their heroes. The grand old stadium graced by so many greats of the Mexican game, but above all, a game always of its proud and passionate people. The action has already started. Well, you could make a case to say, Jim, that Park Ji-sung is the most successful Asian export ever.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Hugely popular, and it's hard to argue if you look at his record at the very top level. A player with an impeccable work ethic and discipline, and he has the knack of turning up at all the big games too. Drogba really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, well played, well played. Nicely spread. Oh, he's played. Chance for a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. That's a throw. And it's Bellingham. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That has ended up in no man's land. Bellingham spread it left. Bellingham is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he cuts out the supply. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Threads one in. Quarter of an hour played. That is a brilliant interception. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
He's picked his way through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Shot could be on. Bellingham. He rises! No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's a mighty effort! Hits it again, but still no joy.
Maybe they're trying to cash in on this, but someone has to up the quality here, both movement and delivery.
Liverpool with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Terrific header! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Danielson does really well to win the ball there. Tries to pass it through. Drogba shapes to shoot! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Rijkaard gathers from the goal kick. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Rashford gets through on his own. And he nearly went all the way.
Rashford can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Serginho plays it short. Serginho hoisted in. Oh, that was vital. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Drogba. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. And he's intervened well there. Yaya Toure. Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Pass is just off target. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Omiya Ardija clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Park Ji-sung looking to get on the end of this. Not the most convincing of passes. Now, can they get him away?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's got tall! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Serginho. That's a sharp pass. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And he's cut it out. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. He's having a hit! And that will sail harmlessly past.
Omiya Ardija really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
Quality ball. Van Dijk cuts it out.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
And he's managed to get free. And here's Drogba. Can he get it through? Pass somewhat off target. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's aimed at header! Oh, he's been caught napping! Played out to the right. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Reflections on the first half?
Yeah, no goals so far, but it's certainly not through lack of effort. They've had quite a few opportunities so far, but their shooting, not good enough.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. Here we go again then.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Mbappe. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Bellingham. And that pass just didn't quite work. Oh, good spread. Alexander-Arnold. Dembele. Oh, that's a key interception. That has not gone well. Alexander-Arnold. Dembele. Bellingham. He's found some space. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And this is Lewandowski. Mbappe is firing after that one. And it's Bellingham. Dembele. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Nicely weighted ball to Nielsen. Lewandowski. Alexander-Arnold. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Van Dijk makes the interception. That's a corner kick. It's their second corner of the game. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. That's been slid through. Mbappe could try cutting inside here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Toure has it out wide and he gets big! He will be livid with himself.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Aimed beyond the defence. He slings it in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rashford. Well, in probably an entirely one-sided game, still up for grabs. Nothing to show for all the pressure. Robertson picks it up now.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Lewandowski. Oh, important interception.
Omiya Ardija clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Oh, that's delightful. Not the most accurate pass. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Now it's Drogba. Alexander-Arnold. He's in space and looking for options. Marquinhos deals with that comfortably. Yaya Toure looking for the run. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And it's Bellingham. Oh, cracking ball. Played out to the left flank. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Dembele. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Looking to play him in. That is a great pick out.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, that's fabulous. That pass isn't the best. Great vision. That looks a good ball through. It's Lewandowski! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Hay un cambio en el campo de juego.
The message is simple: defend this with your lives.
Número 19. Número 22. Número 7. Entran número 10. Número 14. Número
That's
11,
a simple one for the keeper.
Número 20. Messi.
And there goes the final whistle. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. This place is rocking, menacing, intimidating, almost primal, beyond description really. This is just another ordinary day though in the life of the Boca nation. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Yeah, and the two wide players up front can make the system pretty much succeed or fail. They'll be quite flexible in their creative movement. They like to drift in. At times they'll mix their game up and keep their width. And of course they're also expected to track any runs from opposition fullbacks. So they've got quite hard-working jobs. But if they can gain a one-on-one advantage, they can dictate.
Mbappe. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. No way through. And it's Roberto Carlos. And here's Dembele. Zico! And now the breakaway. Now here is a true legend of the game. In fact, some still say, Jim, that he's the greatest number one there's ever been.
The mighty Gianluigi Buffon. Yeah, he might get my vote too, Peter. When you consider his consistent...
There's the header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Boca Juniors are looking to go forward now. And this is Dembele. Now he's off and running.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Roberto Carlos.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe going full tilt down the left. And it's Dembele. Tries to play it through. Great ball, and it's Drogba! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Looking for the run. And he plays one through. Showing good feet. He has found the way through. Can he finish? Goal! Boca Juniors! And Boca Juniors take the lead. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Boca Juniors have fired themselves in front.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Robertson. Now that looks a decent ball. It's not an especially good pass, that. Vieira conjures time and space where few can.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And that pass just didn't quite work. No, again, there's no way through. Turns back here, probably the best option. Roberto Carlos. And it's Zico. Oh, well measured. Dembele. Rijkaard. And it's Dembele. So what can they make of this? Good play on the left-hand side here. And here's Dembele. Boca Juniors look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible. Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Roberto Carlos. Alexander-Arnold cuts out the pass. And it's Dembele. Pirlo.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Is there any... Yaya Toure! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yaya Toure clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Boca Juniors have the chance to go the other way. And he's surging through. Shot could be on. Goes for a shot! Sticks it away! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Boca Juniors are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Drogba gets into some space.
Se agregará un
Deep
minuto
cross.
al tiempo reglamentario.
half-time whistle goes. We'll do it back on the first 45 minutes.
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Estacionado en la salida principal del estadio. El auto está a punto de ser remolcado. Preséntese, por favor.
That gets things going for the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Bellingham. Zico has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Pirlo. But it's lofted through here. He's in space and looking for options. Chance for a shot! It's run loose, who's always been caught napping. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Pirlo puts his foot on the gas. Nicely weighted ball. And he's had a hit! That was superb goalkeeping!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Zico. Zico going face-to-face with his great rival. Cantona. Oh, that's an excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
La cantidad de espectadores de este partido fue de 44.070.
Corner number 3 coming up. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Roberto Carlos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And reclaimed it in a trice. He is starved of space and time. He's having a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Drogba. He's picked his way through. Dembele. And a chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. Cantona is onto it in a flash. Now it's Drogba. The message is clear, none shall pass. Cantona. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Bellingham. Oh, it's Dembele. Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Knocks it into space. Bellingham. And Alexander-Arnold.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Roberto Carlos. And he's been shifted off it. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Tries to pass it through. Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! Back to within one! Interesting! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
No luck with that dink over the top.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Zico. Threads one in. Liverpool must do something here, and very quickly.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
And the counter is on. Now, can they get him away? Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Cantona. Boca Juniors clearly now in lead preservation mode. Now it's Saka. Shapes to shoot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Robertson is one whose deliveries we all know about. Robertson.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Played in by Robertson. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Thuram. So that's it. It is all over. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Your reflections then, Jim?
Listen, despite the loss, they have to take something from this. I think the coach will have seen things he needs to work on, so I'm sure they have a lot of sorting out to do before the next game, and they can get there.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Botafogo have opted for a 3-5-2 here, Jim.
Well, the formation that was once the staple diet of the Italian game and still holds its place. To be honest, Peter, had I gone on to be a coach, this would have been my preferred setup. I think it can service many different approaches, and it could add numbers quite quickly at either end of the pitch. With the right talent, this can be a thriving structure.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving. Great chance! Rice. Bellingham. Here's Maradona. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk attempts a clearance. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he's managed to get free. Van der Sar gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Mbappe.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Maradona, and it's slung out wide. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That looks a good ball through. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Tries to pass it through. Quality ball. Oh, this looks sharp. Shifted it to the flank.
Might want to be careful there.
That pass isn't the best. That is good strength. And it's come through, and he's had a quick look inside. Messi. And he's there to retrieve it. And here's Drogba. Messi. Now it's Bale. That's been cut out, well played. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe! In it comes. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Bale. Plenty to aim at here. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. Oh, good take in a good area. Passes short and sharp. Bellingham. That's a good ball out wide. Looking for options for movement. Might be danger here. It's Drogba! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Now it's Bale. Botafogo couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Now it's Bale. And this is Neymar. Robertson puts his foot on the gas. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. Oh, what a climb! He's scored! There is the breakthrough! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first moment of real significance.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Bellingham shapes to shoot. Goal! They're level in a trice.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Botafogo grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Neymar. He's found the way through. Maradona. Oh, look at the space here. Cannavaro. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. So once again, we're underway. And he goes cross-field. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. He's a sharp little ball here. Cross to the back post.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he welcomes it in. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Azar. And here's Neymar. It's a good foot in there. Neymar has got himself a free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Has a shot! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
O'Shea. Rice. Now it's Maradona. That's a nicely shaped ball. Bale! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Liverpool are looking to go forward now. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, that was vital. Maradona with the foul. Piqué wins the duel this time. Maradona is onto it in a flash. Yaya Toure is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And here's Mbappe. And it's Yaya Toure. And he's in on goal. Nicely weighted ball. Neymar deals with that comfortably. Messi. Bale. And here's Maradona. Looking for the run. And he was alert to it. Drogba. Now it's Mbappe. He has found the way through. Chance, surely! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
And here's Mbappe. Takes a shot. Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
That has not gone well. Piqué is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Can he get it through? Shoots! Goal! Botafogo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Botafogo go into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden...
Big chance!
Botafogo clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He's shifting through the gears here. O'Shea. Now it's Haaland. And he's on his way! Chance for a shot! Liverpool must do something here, and very quickly.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
He's being urged to shoot. Piqué did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he was quick to react. Now it's Dembele. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Oh, no joy this time.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Oh, that's a key interception. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Maradona. Oh, he's onto this. Oh, that's delightful. Big chance! One and a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Keeper has taken decisive action. He's going for goal. They've got to be quick to recover this. And one more try. So, third corner of the game. That is a brilliant interception. Gets his head on it! Oh, that was a brilliant set. And that will be the final act. Liverpool illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area, but the centre of their...